welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little different. I am going to use this sketch that I got from Speigel Mom Scraps. I've never used any of their sketches before. So this is the sketch that I'm going to get. This is for the month of November. And so the only thing that I'm going to be doing different from this sketch is I need to make it 8.5 by 11. So it'll look a little different, but the principle should still be the same. I was going to show you the products so far that I'm using. So this is going to be the background paper, the main piece. This is the biggest piece I have left over from my Clique Kit for November Cornucopia. I have to look to see what else I have to make, because there were stripes above the top and the bottom. And of course, it's got to fit my 8.5 by 11. And then it did have two photos that were off to the side. And I've chosen these two. And then this is a cut that I got from the Speigel Mom Scraps, the hot chocolate weather. So I cut this out with my scanning cut. Now, for sure, these are the elements I'm going to be using along with that sketch. And this week I got the sequins that I had ordered from her, so that kind of was very timely. And I'm just going to decide which ones I'm going to use. I'm not quite sure yet. So so I ended up getting Fairy Garden, Spring Wedding, I think that says Blue Moon. It's got these beautiful wood grain sequins on it. And for the time being, I'm going to keep them in these little envelopes. If you see the way that I store my sequins, they're in little bins. I'm not going to do that with these. I'm going to try to keep them together. Anyway, so this is Rockin' Pink Ombre, Happy Happy Winter, and Road Trips in Sunshine. So those are, so I ordered 6, so here they all are. So we'll see which ones they are as things go along. So, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and look for my other products, and I will be back. Alright, so I looked through all of my stash of what I had left over. This was the next biggest piece that I had. If you look here at the sketch, there are it has white all around, and then the main piece, I guess this here would be centered, and then stripes on the edges. So I really don't have a lot to choose from, but I do like this. So I think what I'm going to do, I mean, I wish I had some more of that, but I don't. So as for the strips around the top and the bottom, I think because it is 8.5 by 11, I think I'm going to use this and put some black around it. And then I'm still going to trim this down just a little bit more. I believe that's the next step. Also, as I'm looking at my photos, the way that I printed them, I kind of printed them, I need to cut them apart, because if I put this here, which is my intention, you're going to not see her hot chocolate. And if I put it here, it's not going to really matter. So I need to trim these apart. And I'm going to see what it looks like with black around it. So I will put you on fast forward as I kind of put this together. I also want to do something, I don't know, maybe I'll use that. I may end up using the black, I don't know. And then we still have the black hearts that came in the kit from Illustrated Faith. I still have plenty of those. So let me put you on fast forward and we will see what happens. All right. So here we go. I want to make sure that I have enough of the white around the whole layout. And I really, really, really like this pink on pink together, but it really did need a little bit of black. And it's just a touch around the edges. So the black goes around all the pink pieces. I also see if I like it around the photos, and as a spoiler, I don't. There was enough black contrast that I didn't feel like it really needed it. So something I normally don't do is put the ATG on the bottom layer, and I really like the way it came out. It was so much easier to line up, the two layers there to make sure that they were even. I'm going to have to remember that for future projects. And then I just need the pink that goes from the black to black on the strips on the top and the bottom. And the best way to make sure that they're the same length is to put one on top of the other. I'm really liking the way that this is turning out so far. And then trimming away the photos, I talked about that they really need to be in, the opposite position. In the photo that I put on the left, I put chipboard underneath it to give a little bit of height. And then I'm kind of laying everything out. I'm looking at the black to go around the photo, and it ends up that I don't like it. I think it's fine. There's enough black of contrast. But I'm kind of looking behind the cut file. I thought it needed a little something. So I put it on black cardstock as well. And I glued it all down, and I don't make you watch me cut it all out, but I do cut around the letters. Not the inside, but around the letters. And I'm going to go ahead and put some music on because I'm going to talk about everything here at the end. I do add some ephemera, the flowers, the cutout flowers, and then I find the jacket that has a little heart on it, and I put that underneath the cup. And I also use the ephemera that is the good vibes on the sunglasses. So everything else, oh, the camera. The camera was in my stash, and I love the way that looked. All right, so here's some music, and I will be talking at the end. Alrighty, so here I am at the end. I have finished everything. I really like the way that this turned out. I really like the black accent, and I know that Christina Sorge would be so excited to see that I use so much black here. So anyway, everything is from the kit, except there's a few things that weren't from the Clique Kit. This camera was not, I had pulled it out for an earlier page, and what I do is whenever I think I'm going to pull something from my stash and I like the way it looks in the kit, I just keep it with the rest of the kit. And then this flare I got from a flare for buttons, and I like to have a little something, because this was part of our Paris trip. And then I ended up using Spring Wedding and Fairy Garden, and you saw me kind of fiddling here with some of these sequins. I am not one to kind of put things kind of haphazard, when I see a mix like this. I'm a little bit meticulous when it comes to that. So I just pulled out the ones that I liked, and what I saw in this were these little bitty pink iridescent flowers. They're raised. I love those, and I still see a few more. Oh my goodness, I wish that there were more of those in here. So I did like those, but I felt like it needed something else. So as I was looking at this, you can see all those tiny little iridescent leaves. And most people, I'm sure, would not go to the trouble of gluing them down with a flower. But I really love the way this looks. I love it, love it, love it. Now, I did show the multimedia mat. This is what I had used before to glue down my sequins when I was a card maker. And I don't make cards hardly anymore because I made about 500 and, you know, I don't hardly ever send them out, which is really kind of sad. So, but I wanted to go ahead and get this again. I am waiting for a tip. This tip, let me, you know, this comes out and it has, I can screw on a fine line, but this one is just too big. So I need to get one that was smaller, and I ordered it yesterday, and so it should be here, fingers crossed, next week, and I'll show you how I do that. And then I'll be using the tip with this. It'll make it so much easier putting this on. There's some days, you know, that fumble fingers, and then the tweezers, but I think it all turned out well, and now this is complete. I think I have enough product to do one more page, so I'm going to work on that. Also be 8.5 by 11. Oh yeah, the background. The white is not part of the kit. So this was part of the Speigel Mom Scraps. That was an ephemera from the kit, not the kit. Anyway, you kind of get the idea. It's mostly from the November Clique Kit Cornucopia. All right, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.